Hello. Okay, yeah, I was just checking the messages work. That popped up there. Cool. Hello, I'm James. I am a designer and a musician, or some guy that you know and you're watching my stream somehow. And I am not doing any design or music stuff right now because I'm editing a lot of photos. I've been doing this for a couple of weeks. I'm streaming to keep myself accountable and just getting the feel for streaming. So yeah, if you have any comments or tips for me, let me know. I'm not expecting lots of people to watch, but you know, if anybody drops in and wants to give me some hints, whether it's about streaming or about photo editing, then that'd be great. Otherwise, I hope you can hear this music. It's just some royalty-free music, and I hope that it doesn't get copyright stricken by any of the platforms. Yeah. So what I'm doing right now, excuse me if I look at my phone because I'm just also doing some pixel canvas stuff on a stream, on somebody else's stream. Yeah, OTK network, if anybody knows it, doing like a canvas where everybody can draw on it, and supposedly it will end up in Times Square at some point. Right now it's like half covered by a Polish flag. I'm trying to take a little section, do a little drawing. But yeah, so if I look down at my phone, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, so let me just get that back in order. And what I'm doing here is I'm choosing some photos to edit from a trip to Australia last year. So if you don't already know, I'm Australian, but I've been living in Berlin for 3.5 years. I'm in Berlin now, and last year in March I took a trip back to Australia. It was the first one since I moved here because of pandemic and everything. And yeah, so I spent like 5 weeks visiting home and visiting people, and yeah, showing Georgia around as well because she'd never been to Australia. So I've already imported some photos from my sister that she took while I was there, and now I'm gonna import some photos from my own camera, as well as some of George's photos and my phone photos. Yeah, so basically I'm just going through and selecting which photos are good and worth editing. Yeah, that's basically it. So I'm gonna take you through the trip, look at some funny photos. I can talk about what's happening in the content of the photos. Yeah, if you got any questions, feel free to let me know, although no one's watching now, but if you're watching later, write a comment or whatever else. Alright, so this was in Phillip Island. There's a wildlife sanctuary, and this is a baby wallaby, and George is feeding him. So yeah, of these three, I think this is the best one. George is making a kind of funny sad face, because you know, it's a cute animal. So I'm just gonna go through. Basically, I unchecked all of them because probably I'm gonna check less than I will have unchecked. So yeah, I'm just gonna check the ones that I like. Maybe this one and this one. This is a cassowary. I'm not sure if it's only native to Australia or also in other countries, but it's actually, I think it's the most dangerous animal in the world. They're quite big and they have big claws and they can really mess you up. That I think is like an owl, but he's hiding, so it's not a great picture. This guy was pretty. It's an eagle or a hawk of some kind, I can't remember. Not a wedge-tailed eagle, something smaller, but yeah, he was pretty cool. I like when they stand like this, they kind of look like chickens because they got fluffy legs. It's Mum and Georgia feeding some kangaroos. Sorry, I've just got an itchy nose. Yeah, I think that's the best one there. These guys are pretty small, but there are much bigger kangaroos there as well. That's a good one with the he's airborne. It's just some random people. That's my old man though. Yeah, you can see this guy's getting a little bit bigger, but there's even bigger ones than him. Yeah, maybe that's a good one. I might cull some of these after I've gone through as well. That's a Tasmanian devil, just scratching his back on the ground. These are actually, I think they're marsupials, but they're carnivorous marsupials, so they'll eat animals. And they even eat bones and stuff, like they're crazy. They've got really sharp teeth. Not sure how hostile they would be towards people. Whereas the kangaroos are obviously herbivores, but you can still get messed up by a kangaroo if you're not careful. They do have very strong legs and they can balance on their tail, and they'll lean back on their tail and kick you in the gut with their feet, so you don't want to mess with them. These ones are all friendly though, they're used to people being around. But yeah, you don't want to get grabbed by a kangaroo like this and then get kicked, because they'll easily rip a hole in your skin. This is in the wetlands in Gippsland. Wouldn't call it a swamp, but it's like a, you know, big open plain that's often flooded from the nearby river. That's a good one. There's going to be some of these cute photos scattered in there too. And I'll go into more details when I'm editing, because I want to just kind of get through and choose these. I think this one's better out of these two. This is at the top of Mount Oberon in Wilson's Promontory, for those who aren't shortening words every second word like we do. It's the southernmost peninsula of mainland Australia. That's a cute one. Alright. I think that one's nice too. I think the other one was better. That's cool. I like the focus on the close-up stuff. This one's a little bit dark, but I'll include that anyway. Maybe I can fix it up. Action shot or smiling? I'll put them both in. I'll let Georgia choose later. That's a good one. That's funny. I'm just gonna include it for the laughs, but this is the better one, I think. Here we go. It's one of me. A rare photo of me with a good camera. That's pretty cool. This is also at Wilson's Prom, just walking around on a one of the walking trails you can do. It goes out to a small little I guess it's also a peninsula, like a, I don't know how they're called. But you could walk down, right down to the rocks and be close to the ocean. Okay, we got a panorama here. So, what do I have to do again? I think what I want to do is import them, then apply the lens correction, and then stitch them together, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna try that. Sorry, just let me check my pixel art. Yeah, the reason why you can't just do all the pixels at once is they have a 30-second cooldown after each pixel, so you have to kind of keep an eye on it. Alright, so Lightroom does this annoying thing where like you can go left and right with button clicks, like wait, I was gonna show, oh yeah, that's a cool way that I can show my pixel art. This is what I'm doing down here, just dropping in pixels. But what I actually need is not my face, but I need the keyboard and the screen at the same time. I'll have to make a scene for that. But yeah, so what I was trying to say is I can go backwards and forwards with key presses. Maybe you can hear me clicking it. But the thing is, if I click include in import, and then try to go to the side directly after it, it takes ages to load. That's really annoying. I wish they would fix that. So I have to like click it, and then I'm like pressing 3 times before it actually moves. Very annoying. What I might actually do is just select all of these and tick them, I guess. That's a lot of photos to have in a panorama. So I don't know if I'll use all of them, but I might. That's a funny one. What a great model. This could be good if it was facing the water as well, but I'm not a big fan of that one, to be honest. This is good. But this picture highlights one of the problems I have with my camera, in that when there is a consistent when there's a consistent pattern there, you get this thing called moire, or I don't know how to pronounce it. But it's like, I don't know, the waves look weird. Don't know how to describe it. Dad cooking some stuff. Probably don't need to keep those. This is a good one of Obi. It's my sister's dog, Obi. He'll be featured heavily in this. He's an Italian greyhound. Yeah, we decided randomly to do like outdoor family photos, so there'll be a bunch of these. Yeah, and my camera here is on, it's taking 5 pictures in a row, so make sure nobody blinks, and it doesn't look like anybody blinked. I think the last one is fine. Same thing here. Alex is moving a bit. I also think the last one's the best. This, I don't know why we were laughing so much. I think Mum just like said to me like, oh, should we do it like this? Like I mean she grabbed me and I just thought it was so funny because we're not normally like that. Like we don't normally get like super affectionate or anything. And but it was funny. It was a good moment. I think it was a nice moment captured in a photo there. This one's a bit more serious. Although Mum's looking at, I think Alex was taking photos as well while I was looking at the camera. Oh well. Had a nice call with Mum this morning. It's good to see those pictures now. Georgia feeding some donkeys. Don't know which one I like better out of those. Maybe this one. I can copy the edit between them anyway. Now this is at Tarabulga National Park, I think. And there is a lot of chromatic aberration in these leaves. But that's fine, I can fix that. That's a good one. A lot of this stuff you will see if you... I made a video from this trip. If you go to my YouTube, this one here, which you are potentially already on if you found this video, or you might be watching it somewhere else. But the full video of this Australia trip is there on my YouTube. I'm not 100% sure, but I think this is a picture of a very old tree, maybe the oldest tree there in the national park. These are some funny photos. It's a bit blurry. It's a funny one. Oh, that's the end. Okay. So that's the end of my camera photos. So I'm gonna import them. I've only got 74, so I might cull them down a little bit, but also a lot of those are panoramas, so that'll reduce a lot. I'll sort out the panoramas later because I need to put a, I need to do some lens correction. Oh, forgot about my pixels. Someone keeps messing with my image here. Alright, so next I need to import more pictures. What am I going to import? So I did the camera photos, so now I'll do George's photos. So I'll uncheck all of them. Me angrily talking to people at the Doha airport because they didn't give us accommodation. Normally when you get a long stopover, you get, if it's more than, I think if it's more than 12 hours, you get a free accommodation. We had a 23-hour stopover and they said because of COVID they're not doing the free accommodation because they, I don't know, that was their excuse. And they said you can leave the airport, go into Qatar, and find your own accommodation, but we had already signed declarations to get into Australia, saying that we hadn't been anywhere else in the lead up. And so if we had have gone to Qatar, then that would have been not true. So we ended up, I think we booked some like bed in a box in the airport for like 6 hours or something, which was so stressful because you're like, I have to sleep for 6 hours to make this worth it. And so you're like putting pressure on yourself to sleep. That's not conducive for sleeping. This is obviously when we arrived at Melbourne Airport. You can see Melbourne there. Lots of pictures of me looking at my phone. This is at St Kilda Beach. It's not that great of a photo, to be honest. Neither is this. I'm gonna get rid of that one. Cute. Yeah, so we're back at the wildlife sanctuary. It's wallabies again. Those shoes are old. Actually bought those shoes again recently. This is me shooting videos that you will see in the YouTube video of this trip. Georgia got a funny video of me too getting chased by a kangaroo. Like, they're very friendly, but one of them, for whatever reason, just wanted to chase me and was like scratching me and stuff. And I ended up throwing my food on the ground. This is just an Airbnb we stayed at, which was pretty nice in Phillip Island. That's just a beach that we visited, I guess. Yeah, I don't remember where that was. Oh, I know where that was. I think that's at the Penguin Parade. You're not supposed to take pictures there, but we stopped after that because, yeah, you're supposed to go there and enjoy it for yourself. So we don't spoil it for you. That's a funny one. God, I love Obi. He's a classic. And my sister looking very serious. That's a good one too. I had my 30th birthday there too. That was one of the reasons why we went at that time. Yeah, it was good to catch up with everybody, see some family and friends, and have an excuse to get everyone together. This is, actually I think I've already edited this picture, so I can leave that out. This is me, this is a product that I worked on for a few years in Berlin, and it's a guitar pedal. And I was finally showing my dad how it works, because Dad taught me how to play guitar, and now I'm teaching him how to use the pedal that I designed. So that was a fun experience. This is a huntsman spider. You can see him hiding in there. Just put my hand there to see how big he was. My car had been sitting in this driveway for 2.5 years, so I had a couple of spiders in it. These look scary, but I mean, if you don't know them, if you're not an Australian, they look scary, but then, I mean, if it bites you, like, it might be a bit itchy, but it's not too bad. Yeah, but Georgia was particularly worried about the wildlife and worried about the snakes. So she probably sent this back to her parents. But there was no snakes around. This is at the 90 Mile Beach, I think. It's at the bottom of Victoria. That one also. I'm surprised I didn't take pictures here, or maybe I did. I have to check again. Do I like these? This one's alright. That's mum and dad in the distance walking with Leela. This is Leela, their dog. She's also a classic, which is very, she's a weird dog. She doesn't like other dogs. This was, I guess, a cake for my birthday. Yeah. It's a cute picture. Yeah, Georgia also had a birthday while we were there, so it was just shortly after mine. Can't remember where this is. Oh, I think this is at Wilson's Prom. Tidal River. It's a good picture. Although I'm mostly looking at George's pictures because I want the pictures of me, and she doesn't post anything, so I have to get them from her and edit them myself. Speak of the devil. One second. Just a second. I'm streaming. Sorry. All right. Gotta do some pixels. Where am I up to? Yeah, someone's eating away at all my art here. Let's carry on. Alright. So I see someone's just joined on YouTube. Welcome. I'm just going through some pictures here from Australia. If you got any questions about Australia, feel free to let me know. If you just want to lurk and check it out, that's also fine. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. I'm looking at these pictures to get the ones of me. These are pictures from Wilson's Promontory, which is the southernmost point of mainland Australia. Probably my favourite place in Australia, but I haven't been everywhere in Australia, so it's hard to say. But it is a pretty nice place. Just grabbing the ones with me in them, basically. This was taken on George's old phone, which was not the highest quality, but it's not bad. It's a cute one. This is called a rosella. It's a type of bird, like a parrot or something. And at this national park, they are very used to people, and they come and land on you and try to eat your food. But you're not allowed to feed them, so if they do steal your food, you should gently try to take it back from them. That's a really good photo. Let's see that one, this one, not that one. That's a nice one. The thing is, if I edit these, it's a bit weird because these are like photography photos, you know, and they're not mine. They're George's, but she's not going to do anything with them, so maybe I edit them and just give them back to her. It's a good one. That's a good one. I checked before I did this to make sure that I don't have any license plates or anything doxing myself in some way. That's actually a wallaby on the beach, in its natural habitat. It's not in a sanctuary or something. It's a national park, but you know, it's wild. And this is Squeaky Beach, called that because when you stand on the sand, it squeaks. Don't know what I'm doing there. So I'm gonna put some more pixels down. Sorry, I'm just checking what's going on here. Yeah, that's a bit of a weird photo. Something I've been thinking about recently, like, I want to get back to, I want to do more design stuff on stream, but right now I'm just not doing it because I need to catch up on all this photo editing. That's a better one. I'll get rid of the other one. And yeah, I'm like, how do I not spend so much time doing this? And I thought maybe I can like just pay somebody to do it on Fiverr or something. But it's like, you know, I'm not making money from these photos, so do I justify paying someone to edit them? It's me and my friend Jono in Wonthaggi, I think it was. Like nearby Wonthaggi on the Good Ocean Road, they call it. Not the Great Ocean Road. It's pretty nice though. But yeah, so do I pay someone to edit photos? I mean, it would save me a lot of time. And I would probably find someone to do it for less than what my professional wage is per hour, maybe. But yeah, the other thing is, like, is there a tool that can do this? I know there's some like auto color tools. Like, is there an AI tool that can do Lightroom level quality editing? And also, like, for videos, is there an AI tool that can do the level of like color correction and stuff that I would do to a video automatically? Like, can it know what looks good can it take into consideration what the start and the end of the video looks like? You know, if you're panning from a dark area to a light area, can it adjust for the change in brightness? Like in DaVinci Resolve, there's an auto color button, and when you click it, it's like it does something but you don't see exactly what it's doing. Like you don't see the sliders move and stuff. This is a stupid one. You just see like a result. It just spits out a result, and sometimes the result is like okay, and sometimes it's not great. So I'm not that convinced about it. That's a good one. Yes, I'm not that convinced on the auto color, but if they could improve it, I would definitely like to use it. What am I doing? This is at Brighton Beach, I think, or no, I can't remember. Somewhere on the peninsula. Yeah, I would love it if I didn't have to do this. If there was just a tool where I could just go, this is how I like all my photos, and just process them. You know, do what you need to do, and get it done. You know. Because I don't know if anybody needs to be doing this work. Like, it's not particularly artistic. This is me DJing at a friend's party in the bush. There was an audience, don't worry. Some of the time there was. That's Melbourne CBD. This little tower here is Flinders Street Station, the oldest kind of main station in the city. It's the Yarra River. Yarra River again. Are these ones the edited ones? They are. Just realized something. Oops. That this shows. Oops. That's okay. Yeah, sorry, I blanked out. Because I moved some photos into a different folder so that, you know, ones that might have like a license plate or some personal information on them or something. And I just realized that they actually would show there. Although I didn't show anything, luckily. But I just need to move some stuff. So how do I do that? Okay, I've done the camera photos, Georgia photos, phone photos. So I'll move that out there. Okay, we're good. We are good. Alright, so yeah, I've imported Alex's photos, I've imported my camera photos, George's photos. Now I just gotta do my phone photos. So one last round of seeing the same thing as before. I see someone's just joined on Twitch. Sorry, I don't want to call you out. How are ya? I'm just going through photos from a trip back to Australia. And if you've got any questions about Australia, let me know. If you just want to watch and suss out what's going on, that's fine too. You can just lurk, check it out. Yeah, so this is all the photos from my phone. So I'm going to uncheck them and let's see which ones we want to add. And at the same time, I'll just check my pixel art where some people keep messing with my art. But that's alright. I'm keeping an eye on it. Alright, what do we got? This is Doha Airport, I think. It's a good one. Yeah, just waiting for a very long flight. It takes about 23 hours to fly from Berlin to Melbourne. And that's without including the stopover. And we had a 21-hour stopover, so it was a very long trip. Luckily they serve wine on the flight. That's a better picture. Oh, that one's probably better. Yes, so, and this is, okay, so the first pictures were Berlin Airport, this is Doha Airport. Doha Airport's really cool because they got these trains that go inside through the airport, which you can see here. Super cool. It's like, I don't know, it feels like you're on some super futuristic city. And then we got to Australia and I got to indulge in a packet of pizza shapes. If you're not Australian, then you won't know what that is, but if you are, then you know, and they're just great. And it's back to front because my camera is back to front, I guess. And this is at St Kilda Beach with a nice Bundaberg ginger beer and a banh mi. This is something I think like you can't really get across to Europeans, especially. It's like this is the main beach in Melbourne, and it's not winter, it's like the end of summer maybe, and it's like 10 o'clock in the morning. And you can see there's two people here, one person there with their dog, and then the two of us. And this is in like a city of 4.6 million people or something, and this is like the main beach. That's something that I really miss. It's just like being able to stroll down to the beach and just have, just have open space. When's the water brand tier list coming? Water brand tier list. You mean Australian water brands? I can't even remember any Australian water brands. Pump? What do you mean by that? Is that something like that I should be more tuned in on? Like, is there competition between the water brands? Favorite water brand? I don't know. Top 3. Top 3 water brands. Probably Mount Franklin, I guess. I'm curious if you're also Australian. And for anyone wondering, I'm talking to almost a pair in chat. Thank you for joining, by the way. Yeah, if you're Australian, then I guess you know Mount Franklin. I'm assuming you're Australian, otherwise you wouldn't have looked at Australian guy talks about Australian stuff. Oh wait, I didn't make that the title on Twitch. It was supposed to be. The title is stuck, I guess. So I don't know, top 3 water brands. The only ones I can remember is like Mount Franklin, Pump, and I don't know, like, is there one called Evian or something? Or Avian? I don't know. I like drinking water from the tap. But yeah, I need to know, like, because I live in Germany, so I can talk about German water brands. Don't know don't know American water brands. So yeah, where are you messaging me from? I'm trying to think of which water brands we have in Germany. What are those fancy Italian ones? Like the green San Pellegrino or something? I guess that's nice. So I'm struggling to pick which photo I should use here. Maybe this one. Yeah, I wouldn't consider myself like a water aficionado. So I don't know, maybe you can enlighten me on some noteworthy water brands to try out. Or are you just trying to get me to say water? Water. Water. Bottle of water. Yeah. I don't know which of these pictures to use. Here's a kangaroo, by the way, if you didn't know. It's just my mate, you know, he lives up the street. Ron, he's called. Doing hover hand here, why is that? I was nervous. It's Georgia with her mate, Sandy. See the little baby in here? Oh, I saw the most disgusting thing the other day, and I never realized this before. Oh, this one's got a baby too. I never realized this before, but when a kangaroo has a baby, I thought that it gives birth to it, right? Like, out of some place. And then the kangaroo, after it's born, would climb into the pouch. Because they hang out in the pouch, you know, they go in and out of there. Like, they can come out and then go back in. So that's kind of weird. But, they actually get born in the pouch, I think, unless I saw something that was wrong. But I saw a video of a guy like walk up to a kangaroo and fully like put his fingers into the pouch and like pull it open and then put the camera in there and was filming it, and you could see like a little kangaroo fetus like attached in the pouch. Disgusting. But very educational and informative. Yeah, I had no idea it was like that. Pretty gross animals, to be honest. But they're also chillers. I mean, look at this bloke. He's just lounging. Might include that one too. There's some kind of python, I don't know what. Alright, here I definitely was not drunk. Definitely not drunk. Just tired, you know. Just had been a big day. And you know how it is. Yeah, and then Obi came to check on me. It was all good. Definitely not drunk though. Yeah, that's little Obi. Short for Obi-Wan Kenobi. Of course. He is a Jedi. You don't want to mess with him. And he's an Italian Greyhound. They can exist together. Oh, this is I did one of those virtual reality things in like a warehouse, and this is the scoreboard. I don't know why I thought that would be more exciting than than it was, but I was Bones, so I got third place. Didn't quite get up there, but my mate Bart, Mr. Fiddly Bits, he smashed it, and then Pat here didn't quite do as well, but you know, that's just how things go generally. Bart is like, he's got some Oriental genes, so he's a bit of a freak in the gaming. That's a joke. No offense. That's a what do you call it? Peacock. Don't think they're necessarily Australian, but they are in Australia. This is the 90 Mile Beach. What other questions have you got for me? Almost a pair. I'm not so much of a water aficionado, but maybe there's something else. Or have you got any questions about Australia? Are you Australian? I don't know. How far off a pair are you? Like, are we talking like, are you like a third of a pear, or like an apple? You know. Because I mean, an apple, pretty close to a pear, but it's not. But it's almost, you know. So which direction are we going there? Is it like genetically similar to a pear, or just like proportionately not quite a pear, a full pear? If you catch my drift. I'm not really stop paying attention here. Stop paying attention on my pixel art too. Bloody hell. Did I put one of these? Yeah, I did. Okay, got some of those. Do we like this one better with the, you can see the color of my face, or this one? I think I chose the right one. Anyway, let's smash through these. It's taking too long. That's a good one. You know, sometimes I feel like I'm almost a pear. But you have those days, you know. Sometimes you're almost a kumquat, or a mandarin. I guess I probably relate most to maybe a fig. You know, figs, when if you get the first fig off the tree for the year, chances are it's gonna have a wasp inside it. Like, not randomly, it's like pretty much guaranteed there's a wasp in there. Because the figs don't grow on the tree unless a wasp comes and pollinates it. There's like a fig wasp. It's like his only job is to look after the figs, but he just stays in the fig. That's a good one. Definitely include that one. This is our little campsite at Wilson's Prom. Yeah, so if you just grab the first fig tree of the year and munch down on it, you're gonna get a wasp in your mouth. Like, pretty much guaranteed. I don't know if they can sting you or not, but probably don't try it. This is the beach at Tidal River. It's a pretty great beach, if I'm honest. Sometimes the waves are big enough to surf, but not huge. And there's just so much space. I say it again, like, you just don't get that in Europe. Like, a huge beach like this in a nice location, and there's just nobody there. I think there was like maybe 10 other people. Like, some people say that they feel isolated in Australia. To me, it just feels like I don't know, it feels like just natural. Like, it's a bit wild, you know? It's not dangerous like everybody thinks. Like, this place doesn't feel dangerous. It just feels like it's like clean and like natural, I guess. There's no trash on the ground. There's no like weird smells. No homeless people. It's just great. But it's just because it's so scarcely populated that it's an interesting one. Yeah, so scarcely populated that you just have heaps of space. It's a very lucky place to live. I'm just picking here, like, at a whim, kind of which ones I reckon I want to edit, but I might cull some later. Like, this is a bit blurry, maybe it's not great. It's a bit blurry too. And the and the sun had already gone down, so it's not like that nice to look at. There's a wombat. Oh, hang on. Forgot about my pixel art. Oh no, I messed a bit of it up. That's right. Oops. Just started checking my messages. Yeah, we got a wombat here. It's just chilling in the campsite. Wombat is like a marsupial, and if they get in your tent, if you got food in there, they will try to eat it, or they'll just try to get, like, if you're in the tent and they can smell the food in there, they'll try to get in there, but they're not dangerous, they just eat the food. It's a rosella. Which one do I like better? Maybe that one. I'll keep them both. Not bad, not bad. Almost a pair if you're still there. Can you hear the music? Just curious, because it's the first time I've put it on here. Yeah, I hope it's working. I hope you can still hear me over it. Or maybe it's better if you don't hear me. I'm just talking garbage. Cute. That one's better. If you want, I don't know, like I said, don't know if you're Australian, but if you want to know, like people always say Australia's dangerous. And in general, I don't think it really is. Like, yeah, there's spiders and snakes and stuff, but like a handful of people die from snakes every year. Out of like 26 million people, maybe like 5 people die. Totally making that up, maybe that's wrong. I don't think anyone's died from a spider since like the 80s. Might also be making that up. But there's an animal that's particularly scary. And also from what I've read, only like 10 people have died from it in history. It's called the blue-ringed octopus. And it's basically terrifying because it's just like a pretty little octopus. It's like it's like this big, right? It's mostly brown, but it has little blue rings on it. And what a lot of people do, like people who are traveling and stuff, is they see it and they think, oh, that's pretty, I want to take a photo of it, or I want to hold it, and they pick it up. But little do they know that it has like octopuses inside their little dangly bits. In the middle there's like a little chomper, like a little thing, beak I think it's called. And that beak, it can bite you, but you don't feel it. Like it's a really like subtle little peck, I guess. So you won't know that you got bitten by it. But it's venomous. And the venom, what it does is it paralyzes you. Like your whole body. And what will happen is you'll just get paralyzed, like you can't move, but you're conscious. And it can also paralyze your respiratory system. So it means you can't breathe. So basically, you pick this thing up, you got it in your hand, you don't even realize it bit you because you don't feel it. You put it back down, 5 minutes later you're sunbathing on your towel on the beach, and you lie down, you know, you're gonna go to sleep or whatever, and somebody's lying down next to you. And then all of a sudden you can't move, but you're lying on the beach sunbathing, and you start panicking inside, but you can't tell anybody what's going on. You're just lying there, and then all of a sudden your respiratory system stops working, you stop breathing, and your mate's just lying there like, oh yeah, we're just chilling out, you know, thinking you're having a snooze or something. Meanwhile, you're just there suffocating and you can't move. That's terrifying. Never want that to happen. Ever. It would be horrible. Probably the worst way to die. Like just silently suffocating. But for whatever reason, only like 10 people have died from it. This is the oh, there you go to bed soon. Queen Victoria Market, famous donut truck. My dad, when he was a kid, used to come here with his mum and get donuts from this truck. Maybe it's not the same truck, but been there for a long time. There's Chinatown. I think it's Little Burke Street, Melbourne CBD. And that's the view from a building there. I forget the name of the building, but I actually used to work in this building. I used to work on that balcony. I mean, I used to work behind that balcony, but I would eat lunch on that balcony. It's a nice little spot though. It's got a good view of this area of the city. And you can see, I really like this contrast between like the old buildings and the really fancy new buildings with the glass and stuff. It's like, I don't know, it's kind of dystopian. Like you have these really old brick buildings in amongst all these really futuristic buildings. What's it called, this building? It's like something house. I forget the name of it. But it's basically like a little office building on top of a car park. God, I've imported a lot of photos here. There's going to be a lot of stuff to edit. That one's better. Almost a pair. Not sure if you're still there, but I never asked. What's your top 3 bottled waters? You know? Like, maybe you were just waiting for me this whole time to ask you what they were, and now I feel bad about it. Maybe you are a water aficionado. And I neglected it the whole time. This is something cool. You got this, there's an app called Flash Invaders, and this guy put, have I missed any photos worth including? No. It's just clothes shop. The Young and Jackson bar on Flinders Street. Yeah, so this guy made all these mosaics of like space invaders, and you can see one here, and he's put them all around cities all over the world. And if you go on the app, you can find which cities have them, and you can find like shots, like photos of them, and you have to try and figure out from the photo where it is. And when you go and find it, you scan it with the app, and it's like, okay, you found this one. You found, 1 out of 13 in Melbourne, or however many there are, and you get points for it. And you can have like leaderboards of who's found the most. So it's like this cool challenge when you're traveling to find them. And Georgia and I are competing against each other with it, but she went to one city that had a bunch of them, and she got way ahead of me, which is very annoying. But yeah, and it works off GPS too, so if you just take a picture of this now, you won't get it. You got to be at that spot. But yeah, Flash Invaders, if you're interested. Maybe there's one in your city, or maybe multiple. This is anti-vaxxers protesting outside the Parliament building in Melbourne. Little Obi. This bloke is driving a lawnmower. This guy is driving a lawnmower in the Melbourne Central Business District. What a legend. Is it the Botanical Gardens? No, I think this is what's it called? Edinburgh Gardens. It's in the northern suburbs of Melbourne. It's a very fancy toilet at somebody's house. There's Obi being a kangaroo in his pouch. Yeah, here's what I'm talking about, like this dystopian thing where you have this little building underneath this skyscraper. It's just awesome to me. I love that. I don't know why I took such weird photos of it, but yeah. This is on top of I think it's like the Anzac Memorial or something. Yeah, that's a good view of what the cityscape of Melbourne looks like. This is the Eureka Tower, which I think it was the tallest building in the Southern Hemisphere, and now I think this one is the tallest, but I forget what it's called. That's a good one. That's way... what do you call it? Overexposed. This is in the Botanical Gardens. This is what I miss about Australia, especially in Berlin, because in Berlin all the parks are just like so bad. Like they're so poorly maintained. This is what grass is supposed to look like. Almost a pair. Name your top 3 grasses. Cooch. Kakuyu. That's all I know. I used to work at Bunnings, but I don't remember. It's kangaroos in the wild? Well, in the wild. They're on a golf course. This is the good Ocean Road. To the east of Melbourne, along the coast. I mean, look at this. It's like a beautiful day. It's also midday, like 12 or something. This amazing beach with perfectly clear water, and there's nobody there. It's just awesome. I was pretending to push her off the cliff. That's a better one. God, this is so annoying that when you click the import thing, it takes so long to load afterwards. I like that bathroom. This is what I was talking about just before Bunnings. If you don't already know it, it's a hardware store. I used to work there, that's why I remember 2 types of grass. This is my mate's shed where we had a party. And this is called the Blue Pools. It's not very blue, but you can swim in there like a pool. I want this one? Yeah, why not? Standing on a rock. You can jump off that rock. I think on this day I bailed out because it was too cold. Wait, I still went swimming. Maybe I was just scared. I didn't know what was under the water. Definitely jumped off there before though when I was a kid. The big Les. Yeah, it was awesome fun being back home with people that you know, grew up with and old friends and helping them out with stuff. Like this subwoofer stopped working. We realized some of the components had fallen off it, and we fixed it. It's great. Here's Leela, like from Futurama. Glasses on or off? I think Georgia looks better in this picture. It's a pine plantation. Look at her face. This is what like native bush looks like in Australia. Native forest, I guess. This is not native forest, it's plantation pine for, you know, making houses and stuff. Cute. Cute. These look really blurry here, but I think when I actually start editing them, they get higher resolution. Like, I think these previews are just bad quality. Cute. I spelt it right? Yep. Having some beers and a fire on the beach, which you're technically not allowed to do. But it's good fun. These are the two guys I was doing virtual reality with. He got the high score, Pat was 6. We stopped on the side of the road to get this picture. She tried it so many times to get it right. That's a good one. This was a terrible meal that they gave us at Hungry Jack's because they ran out of bread. This was apparently a cutlery box. It's trash. I just checked it. I got rid of the photos that I was meant to get rid of. Yeah, good. I didn't want too many close-ups. Can I open my eyes, please? Oh, I forgot about my pixel art. Let's take a little break. Alright. Back to it. Oh, I should really wrap this up. I think I'm almost done. Oh, that one's better. Making angry faces. This is probably the best photo of all time. Like, I think I should definitely be using this on my resume or on LinkedIn. My eyes all red. I'm not high, I just have something in my eye, like permanently. When I get hay fever, my eye, just that eye gets real red. Every time. Like it's non-negotiable. Cute. Let's do another tier list. Top 3. Give me a word. You can just write one word for me to do my top 3 on. What would it be? Top 3 dog breeds. How about... I think if I could get 3 dogs... Here we go, I'm going to switch to this for a second. Wait, I need to check the design. Okay. If I could get 3 dogs, I would get a German Shepherd, or like a Belgian Shepherd maybe, like a black German Shepherd. This is me just looking at stuff I wanted to buy. Cute. So sporty. Yeah, I'd get a Belgian Shepherd. Oh yeah, I bought this thing. It's not good. I used it for like a day and I was like, nah, it's bad. Because you have to use the DJI app to use it. And at least on Android, if you're using a third-party app, you can't use all of the... maybe it's not just on Android, it might just be a Samsung thing. But you can't use like the highest frame rate and the highest quality. Like this app only had access to like 1080, 60 or something. So it's like, what's the point? Entry out. Oh, that's you watching, Ben. I thought it was almost a pair. Okay. Android, yeah. That's what you get with an Android. But to be honest, like, I think if I was going to get one of these things, I would get like the action cam. Nah, I just logged in like 3 seconds ago. Really? Because it said 1 viewer on stream on Twitch for ages. Maybe he just dipped out right before you jumped in. What's going on, Ben? You pretending to play video games? Ben, if you can, jump on the OTK stream and help out with the pixel art. I've almost finished the picture. Full-time master stoner, Hearth stoner. Yeah, you would be a stoner. But no, like whatever this Hearthstone game is, it's gotta go. It sounds about as lame as World of Warcraft. Oh Ben, tier list, top 3 dog breeds. This has got to be at the top. It's a German Pinscher, by the way. My top 3 would be... no, sorry. If I was going to get 3 dogs, I'd get a Belgian Shepherd, a Golden Retriever, and a Doberman. You can't say Dachshund, well, sorry, I'm pronouncing it wrong. Dachshund. You can't say it 3 times. That's ridiculous. everybody knows. It doesn't even qualify as a dog. It's DQ'd. It's a marsupial. This is Revolver upstairs. Dachshund, Golden Ret, Poolie. Oh, Golden Retriever. What's a Poolie? I don't know. Here's something that I can guarantee you've never seen before, Ben. This is the staircase up to Rev's Revolver in Melbourne. And this graffiti here is a Berlin graffiti group. You see it everywhere in Berlin. And that group came to Melbourne and did this inside this club. And I know that one of the guys tattooed a friend of mine that worked at Rev's. Actually, Ben, you know that guy that works at Rev's. He went to our school. What's his name? I forget his name, but anyway. A guy that we went to school with works at Revolt. Not Callan Cox. The guy that we went to school with worked at Revolver. And a Berlin graffiti artist came and gave him a tattoo that says 1UP. You would for sure know his name because you know everyone, but I can't remember his name. This is the NGV, National Gallery of Victoria. Oh, and this is my friend's dog, who sadly passed away at like 6 months old because it had like a brain tumor or something. Poor little thing. Very cute dog. That's old man DeBono with his McDonald's hat. Giving a tour in the lakes. I mean the rivers. What is it called? Thompson River? And that's my sister crawling into a dog bed with her dog, as you do. That's the Yarra River. Alright, gotta work, peace out. You don't work. Catch you later, man. Thanks for the click. Alright, I finally made it to the end. So that's me done too. So I'm gonna import those. Foggy. Oh, now I got so many pictures to edit. Oh no, how many did I do? 150. That's not good. I got carried away. I'll definitely have to cull that back a bit. That's alright. Anyway, so now I'm set up. I've only got 339 pictures to edit, that'll be fine. It only takes me a day to do 10. No, but yeah, next time I jump on, I'll start culling these back and I'll start editing them. It should be all good. But that's enough for now. Hopefully the music worked. I guess Ben could hear me, so yeah. Hopefully it went well. And I'll see you back here next time. probably tomorrow. Catch you later.